Airplanes. They transport people, goods, and carry out military operations. But the fossil fuels that power them are in short supply. However, scientists may have found a way to make an alternative fuel, produced by bacteria commonly found in soil.
Lawrence Berkeley laboratory researchers in the United States have been searching for a way to replicate the energy created when petroleum jet fuel is ignited. As bacteria eat sugars, fats, and proteins, they rearrange the chemical bonds in their food to form new biomolecules. Some strains of Streptomyces bacteria can produce jawsamycin, named after the movie Jaws. The triangles seen on the molecule here, called cyclopropane rings, are made of unstable carbon bonds, making them highly explosive. Scientists want to produce jawsamycin in the lab so that we can replace jet and rocket fuel with a sustainable alternative. Scientists here say there's huge potential for using new biofuels, with some already in use by the aviation industry.
Not normally as a complete biofuel, but as a mix. Smaller amounts are incorporated, particularly biofuels made from algae and from sometimes crop plants like coconut, so the oils are used for them.
But it's not all so straightforward.
The difficulty is that at the moment, fossil fuels are in comparison really cheap, and that there is scope for us to use other biofuels, but it remains difficult.
The latest surge in interest from airlines and sustainable aviation fuel has come as consumers and investors demand greener flying. Air New Zealand launched a campaign to highlight its efforts to decarbonise its planes, called the Te Aki Promise. Meanwhile, the government has agreed in principle to implement a biofuels mandate as part of a range of measures to reduce carbon emissions. Earlier this year, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern outlined how it would help create long-term stability in the fuel market.
You'll see right now what we're experiencing is the impacts of our reliance on fossil fuels and our reliance on overseas markets. And so we do have to change up the way that we are accessing and the nature of our fuel supply in New Zealand.
As has been proven with the pandemic response, Auckland University's Dr. Gader Bashiri says investment in groundbreaking R&D pays big dividends when it comes to global issues.
If I could get the message out to people, it is worthwhile spending money in fundamental science, I would be super happy.
Biofuels are predicted to explode onto the global market in coming years, nearly doubling in market value to over $200 billion by 2030. It's an opportunity that Aotearoa cannot miss.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.